Hello, everyone. This is JPL, and today I'm joined with,
Christopher!
and we are podcast name in brackets. Back to our Skype section now because we are out of school.
Yes, and so now we won't see each other necessarily in person for the time being.
Yeah.
But for those who listened to the last episode, I did not get the job with Focus on Family, so I am in Lynchburg for the time being. So I will be applying for jobs. I just went to the Focus on Family website and I found some other openings there. So I will be applying for those after this podcast. So
right. And I got an opportunity with the ministry here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's not a paid gig, but it's a gig.
Okay, internship stuff, kind of.
No, it just needs someone to do some voiceover.
Okay.
And some other stuff maybe, but
okay,
it's mainly volunteer.
mm-hmm.
Which I want money, but
Yeah.
It does sound nice.
How demanding is it?
I don't know how demanding it is.
Okay. But it's based in Lynchburg?
It's in Lynchburg, yes.
Interesting. Well, that wraps up the podcast today.
Yeah,
I know what we're doing.
Sure.
And now that we're no longer in person, we don't know how to talk to each other.
Yes. Yeah, Christopher, you are a graduate. How do you feel?
It was funny because I've asked that question to so many people, but I was so hoping no one would ever ask me that question. Because I feel like since the accident, I sometimes just have a hard time feeling things. So it's been difficult for me to really think about that and process it. The past couple days, it's been nice, kind of just relaxing. Like my dad's kind of like, when are you going to start applying for jobs? And I said Monday, which is today. So I will. I will be after this call. I was looking at one other thing. I may look further into it. But I just looked at Focus and they have a few opportunities in relation to content or audio or just whatever around my field. So I will be applying to those later today. Actually, one of the sound designers at Odyssey said apply for some other jobs at Focus. So, which is honestly very nice. So I'm thankful for that. Yeah, so it's been nice relaxing. The few days after graduation, I had a massive headache. I think that was just my body getting used to the fact that I'm no longer stressed. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that was difficult, but I'm pretty much past that. So I'm feeling a lot better. I want to try to get to. I'm probably not gonna today, but in general, a pattern of getting outside a bit. I want to try to wake up at a better time today. We'll put around noon, but I want to try to get up at a better time. In general, try to do my devotions. So I want to kind of get a decent schedule during this time. So in general, it's nice knowing I don't have work to do, and it's nice knowing I no longer have to think about it anymore. So
yeah, I love the summer now because I could sleep until noon.
Yeah,
it's stay up late till 3 a.m.
Yep.
With no one questioning my decisions. That's great.
So speaking about kind of nothing to do, I'm just curious. Did you watch The Bad Batch?
I have been watching The Bad Batch. Yes.
Batch. Okay.
It's pretty good.
Good. Just living up to the expectations for such a show.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's living up to expectation. Probably surpassing it as well.
Really? Okay, that's good to know.
Because I don't know. My expectations were kind of medium. Because it's it's the same style as Clone Wars. However, it's got the people working on this other project that I didn't really like. So we'll see how it goes. So far, it's working really well, and it's interesting.
Good. What were we supposed to have another Star Wars show this year?
Not. Yes.
Because isn't there supposed to be one in between Mandalorian 2 and 3?
I mean, in January, we're supposed to get a Boba Fett TV show, which you don't know
Okay,
what
that's
that
what I
is.
was wondering. Nah, I don't know what that is.
Also,
Of
later
course.
this year, we're getting something called Star Wars Visions.
Is that the
which
anime
is
thing?
It's the anime thing. Which
Is that supposed to basically recap Star Wars in anime format?
no, it's pretty much just telling different stories in Star Wars with different anime studios.
So is so that's not like What If?
It could be a what if, but
It could be.
I don't actually know what it is. No one really knows. We're
Okay.
assuming that it's not particularly canon, although it could be.
Uh-huh.
But right now, it's just like a bunch of cool little stories by different Japanese studios.
And you like a little anime, so you're
I mean,
at least intrigued?
I'm intrigued to see what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
if
get
I'll
that.
like it, but we'll
Uh-huh.
see.
I get that. Well, I mean, if Disney's behind it, what can go wrong? Kind of. I mean, I don't mean that in like, oh, they didn't. The
I mean,
sequel series was good.
I
I'm
don't.
saying is like it's not like some fan thing that is all of a sudden like taken to canon or
Sure,
you know what I mean?
sure. It's not. It's definitely not gonna be all hardcore like anime normally is. That's
Yeah.
for sure. But it's gonna be interesting.
Uh huh. Is there anything else that you're looking forward to during the summer or not?
No, not really.
Loki,
Yeah.
you're not.
No, I got an invitation to work as a camp counselor
Okay,
in
at the
North
same place
Carolina.
as last time.
No, this one's in North Carolina.
Okay,
I don't really want to do it.
I get that. It's exhausting. But you would have been paid though, right?
It is a paid gig, but it's like it's in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really live there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, how
I
far away was the Pennsylvania thing?
I mean, hold on.
And John is gone.
Yes, my cat is very lovable and wants my attention. But yeah, Pennsylvania one was only like an hour and a half from my grandparents, which
But how
is
far away are your grandparents?
for where I am.
Yeah.
That's about like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay. But at least I kind of get that your grandparents is there. But like the North Carolina thing still would have been what 3 hours away.
I mean, North Carolina, it's about the same distance, honestly.
Okay. Okay. But you just wouldn't really have anything to do over the weekend, I guess.
Over the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I wouldn't really have anywhere to go because I don't think I want to travel back and forth from Lynchburg to Riley.
Definitely not.
I mean, it's like a 3-hour drive. Yeah, it's not
It's just a
terrible.
lot to
It's
do.
doable, but it's like drive 3 hours and like Friday night, come back Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that type of thing I want to do.
Yeah.
Like it was doable in PA because it's only like an hour and a half, but it's like 3 hours. I don't know.
I get that.
It's a lot of gas, and gas is kind of a thing right now.
Yeah. Has that been an issue for you, or you've been good?
I've not gone anywhere,
Okay.
so like I'm not graduating, so I didn't have to drive on campus the day everything was. That was the worst time of graduation. It was just like the gas is gone, everyone's here, they can't leave.
Hey, the hotels are happy.
Sure, the hotels are happy, except they can't do anything because they don't have any gas as well.
Well, I mean, it's not like the hotels are traveling.
I mean, hotels need to get supplies.
True, that's true.
Which I think the gas thing's kind of calmed down now.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, whatever happened,
I haven't gone gas since it happened, so I don't know.
From what I saw, like they've taken care of the situation, but still just gonna be a bit for everything to be 100% normal.
Sure.
So
But yeah, like that was like, one of those things I constantly think about. Your things run on electricity, huh? And they
Oh
got
God,
hacked.
that'd be terrible if that was next.
Wow.
Next topic.
No one could see this coming.
Anything can happen.
Certainly not the video game Watch Dogs. Anyway.
What I like to say is anything can happen. So,
sure.
You know what I mean? Like some people are like, oh, that could never happen. And then it happens. Like, well, I didn't say it was or wasn't going to happen. All I like to say is anything can happen. So,
then Chick-fil-A ran out of sauce.
Oh my gosh. Which I found hilarious.
People were joking. It's like, oh my gosh, I knew it. Chick-fil-A sauce is gasoline.
Yeah. Did you know that you started selling the bottles?
I saw that in stores, yes.
Yeah. I heard like they did like a test run in Florida and I guess it was successful enough. But of course it'd be successful. It's freaking Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah. I mean, I should get a bottle for my dad.
You should. We have a bottle at home. My mom, like, first thing I walk through her door, she shows it to me, like...
It's like, I see it in stores all the time.
But yeah.
And it's like...
When did you start seeing it?
Oh, it was like a month or two ago.
Okay.
It's been around for a bit.
Okay. But
it's like, I just see it randomly. I'm like, oh, look, Chick-fil-A sauce. That's neat. And I don't use it, so I don't get it.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, since my parents are here, I'm like, they like Chick-fil-A sauce.
It could be a good going away present. Like when they go back.
It would be a good present like that. Although I don't think they're allowed to bring like anything that size full of liquid.
Then ship it to them. Is that okay?
No, because like they'll get that in like 2 years.
Then smuggle it.
It's the same issue. Like you can't bring that in. They can't. They'll take it away. TSA. So like you're allowed to take like as many packets of the Chick-fil-A things, but you're not allowed to have anything over a certain size.
So do they typically take packets with them?
Yes.
Do they like save them like a big box of like packets or something, or just like a handful?
I mean, they get. I don't know what they do, but they get some.
They get some. Okay. Isn't it always interesting? Like whenever you have a lot, you kind of use it liberally, and then as soon as you're almost running out, like you barely use it. Have you ever noticed that? Like,
yeah, I noticed that. I don't know where my cat went, but she's somewhere.
Oh wait, she's in now.
She's in my. Oh yeah, I found her. Okay.
Okay, good.
She's in my suitcase.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
It's her bed.
Oh, it is.
When I'm not using it, she sleeps in it. It's nice.
I would ask you what she does when you take the suitcase, but you're not home, so.
I mean, when I take the suitcase, she'll like sleep in my bed or under wherever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's the end of this podcast.
Have you been watching stuff?
Have I been watching stuff? Yeah, I have a bit. I've been watching an animated Hulk show.
Okay. Like, when did that release?
It was in the 90s.
90s. Is it good?
It's pretty good, yeah.
Good.
You know, I'm learning some stuff, which is nice. And that's pretty much it for TV shows that I've been watching.
Mm-hmm. I haven't really been watching anything. I've kind of wanted to go through Seinfeld because I watched like the first season for class assignment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be leaving Hulu soon, so I kind of wanted to watch it, but I just haven't like had time to like sit down and watch it. So
yeah,
obviously, when I watch it, I will. If it's on Netflix one day in the future, then it's on Netflix one day in the future. So
I've been wanting to like watch stuff for review purposes.
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like waiting, holding it off because it's like.
Speaking of that, I saw that you posted our second Benny thing.
I started to edit some stuff, so yes, this video that we recorded months ago, I finally edited and uploaded. There's like 2 more left to do.
I'm gonna be sharing that on YouTube, like my community page. I've been meaning to, and I forgot to. So now that I've remembered, I will sometime after this podcast.
Yeah, I've been thinking about like recording a new episode and doing a joke where it's like I'm the only person there.
I mean, it's your choice, your channel.
And I turn to the camera. I turn over to you, to like where you would be. It's like, so what do you think, Christopher? It zooms out. It's just me, and sad music plays.
April Fool's has passed, so you could wait a year if you want to.
Sure. Nah.
I mean, so do you want to try to meet up next week? Is it? I guess it'd have to be next week because we can't do it this week.
Yeah, we can meet up next week, unless we can do something tomorrow.
Which is super short notice. I mean, like you guys. I mean, the 5 guys thing. I mean, you're not just gonna like decide tomorrow. Oh yeah, let's do it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
I mean, we can honestly. We're flexible enough to do that.
True. I mean,
it's not like we have to reserve a table at 5 guys. It's just.
It's honestly your call, but I'm also like kind of thinking like.
Because I know my parents are going to be leaving for Pennsylvania next week. So.
And you want to do this with them?
I mean, they're paying, so.
True. You let me know if you want to do it tomorrow. I will talk to my parents and see if they're cool with that.
So it's my birthday, so let them know that.
Sure. If not, I mean, then we'll just do it before they leave next week. When are they leaving next week? What date?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know?
It's at some point.
Okay. Our family friend leaves, I think, Tuesday, so that's essentially Wednesday for the rest of the week. I don't know. If you want to do the week after, I mean, honestly, I'd be surprised if I got a job within the next 2 weeks. So, and even if I did get a job, I wouldn't expect to move out. But first off, I need to be applying for stuff, so we'll see.
Also, we might have a room available during the summer if you're still looking for anything.
If I get something in Lynchburg, I will consider it. But just like it also just depends on like family dynamic.
Sure.
And if my dad, right now my dad isn't like I have to pay rent. By the way, I need to open and then close if I can find it. But if it's needed, I will let you know.
Okay.
All right, I found the envelopes. Good. I have a lot of things to do.
I recorded a new ad for our podcast.
Do we have a new sponsor?
No, it's still the same sponsor. I just wanted to change the ad.
Okay. So how close are you to $10?
15.
Wait, we're at 15.
No, it's at the 15 limit is what we're at. We're at 12 right now.
Oh, okay.
We're almost there.
Do you know what it looks like to find a sponsor after?
No, it's like honestly, the sponsors come to you.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of waiting.
I know it's not really your thing, but you know, I don't know if you know, but Spotify bought Anchor a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's interesting to me how Spotify wants to get into the podcast instead of, and I mean they have been, like they're really trying to push it a lot more. But like there are things about Spotify I really like, and things about Spotify I don't like. Um, I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Yeah. What's also very interesting is looking through our analytics here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that we have 81% using other platform when they listen to us.
There's a lot of other platforms.
And I don't even know what they are. It's just this big thing on a pie chart that's like, I don't know what this is. It just says other. Spotify's at 2%.
Mm-hmm. Never mind. I was thinking, like, I also didn't post on Instagram when you released a new episode, but then now it just seems so outdated. I don't know. It's so hard keeping up with life, man.
I mean, new episode came out this morning, so you can do that.
Oh, really? This morning?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Monday. Every Monday at 10 a.m.
Well, you weren't posting stuff for a month even after when we got back.
No, I was.
You were? Because I saw an episode titled "Long Hiatus." Was that last week? I'm like, well, we recorded that.
No, that was on YouTube. That I've been uploading lately. Late.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing the podcast for 2 months now.
Okay, gotcha.
No, a month now. Yeah.
My bad. Good to know. So my dad has been trying to take up like preaching gigs.
Okay.
I'm not going to get into further details about that because I don't want to try to explain everything. But so we drove a bit the other day, yesterday, to get there. And so on the way, I listened to an album by Kane. They're relatively new. They have one single on Christian radio right now, and I love the melody of it, so I want to check out the album. You know, they fit into the CCM cookie cutter mold. However, they do have elements of country and gospel, which is kind of cool. So it was a fine listen. The album's called Rise Up. It's by Kane. And then on the way, I listened to the Inception soundtrack as well.
Inception?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And there's some quiet moments in it, and the emotional parts. And I had a hard time staying awake during the sermon because, like it just like you just want to rest to it. You know what I mean?
Rest to the Inception soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like there, like the moments when Bob was talking about Maul. Like
I mean, I listened very closely to music at that point, but yeah, I get what you mean. I focus on that because I just love that melody.
Yeah. No, there's some great parts on it.
Yeah, it's really good.
On the way back, I was basically just like listening to soundtrack, just like random stuff. Mostly.
Sure.
Like, bruh, like the one from the Endgame soundtrack gets me almost every single time I hear it. Because you know when that scene is, right?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right at the end of Endgame, and Thanos is about to snap, and Tony grabs his hand, and like that musical build-up. Like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's something. What are some of your favorite soundtracks?
Ooh, favorite soundtracks.
Oh yeah.
Inception's one of them. There's Interstellar.
You need to watch that one day.
One day. I have it. There's the Star Wars soundtrack, of course. I recently listened to Indiana Jones, and that was pretty good. Pretty much anything by John Williams, the composer, is really good.
What, in your opinion, is the best Marvel soundtrack from what you know
of? Best Marvel soundtrack from what I know of.
I'm not assuming you've listened to every single soundtrack in full. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're not great. I'll tell you that. I think
They're all I got.
Sure. I think the only one that I just really appreciated was Doctor Strange. Because it's like the most different soundtrack from all the other ones. Using a different instrument style.
Doctor Strange is like one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love his theme, which is like was really catching about that soundtrack. Besides that, Marvel doesn't really have a great soundtrack record. They've done better in recent years, but like they really struggled of maintaining like a certain theme of music throughout their movies until like the recent films, of course.
Yeah. One recent song of theirs I like is Wanda's theme from WandaVision. So
that's good too.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to the TV. Like, I haven't heard any Marvel soundtrack in full yet, but I want to go through those.
TV soundtracks aren't usually worth it, depending on who you get. But if you get Michael Giacchino, who does most of the Marvel soundtracks, then, find his stuff, because he's pretty good.
It's still funny to me how The Incredible Hulk has 2 discs. And it totally makes sense.
Sure.
That whole thing was just music.
I also listened to like the original Hulk movie soundtrack.
Okay.
And I mainly listened to like the main theme. It's just such a good main theme for that character. That's just like so awesome. I love it.
I'm now at the point where now I'm intrigued to see 2003.
Hook me up.
So maybe we'll see.
Maybe we'll see. I mean, I'd love to rewatch that movie again.
You haven't?
I do. I wonder if it's still a good copy though. Because like I got that disc so long ago.
Do you use it as a frisbee or something?
No, it's just like older discs. They get scratched. They can get outdated.
Or become frisbees.
I don't know, but I don't use them as frisbees. But it's like the screen format of the disc may not work as properly anymore.
Yeah.
Because instead of doing the white screen, it might just do like the
full screen but widescreen at the same time.
No, just the box.
Maybe just the box.
You know how old TVs were just like a square?
Yeah, I mean that was full screen, right?
It was full. I mean, full screen, yes, but like they cut off stuff from the sides.
Oh wait, really?
To fit in the box, it's like they zoom in a bit, they cut off some stuff.
Oh, that's sucky.
That is sucky. And so, like, that's how I watched, like, a lot of my Star Wars growing up. Then I got the Blu-ray versions, and, like, there's just so much more stuff that was missing that was, like, cut off because it was just in that square format.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I'll have to test out my disc to be sure. Otherwise, pirates. No.
I mean...
It's
if we have to. I mean, we can do
it's on a streaming platform. We can get a free trial somewhere.
I mean, have you looked?
Well, it's on Showtime.
Oh, it's on. Oh, which I have. I have that.
You have Showtime
because of Spotify. I have it through the end of the year.
Wow, that's good. That's great.
Let me search just right now, just make sure, unless it's like a premium thing, you have to get like something special to, Yep, so, I have Hulk.
Yeah. We could also try and get a VPN and find it like that, but...
I have it. We don't need VPN.
Okay. Well, the plan's working well.
That's crazy. Okay, cool. Good to know. And I mean, if you want to, you can use my Showtime if you really.
I mean, I probably wouldn't even use it that much just for like Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, there really isn't a lot looking at here.
There's not a whole lot.
I mean, unless you want to watch Twilight again.
You mean the Twilight Zone?
No, Twilight.
Oh no, never. I don't ever want to watch that movie series again.
Did you? Oh my gosh! Literally, I just saw like Twilight, and I just scrolled down, and then there's a section of drama movies: Twilight, The Twilight Saga, New Moon, Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn, Twilight Saga, Eclipse, Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn. 2 Breaking Dawns? Oh, there's part 1, part 2. I never knew that. I don't care.
I was forced against my will to watch the movies.
All of them?
I think I've only seen like the first 1 or 2.
And you didn't care.
It's like, it was more so I was a kid, they wanted to go to the movies, so they just brought me along.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the most boring movie I'd ever seen. And then they watched it again when it came out on DVDs just to see if it was any good. It wasn't. I remember when the sequel came out, like, that was when I moved to the States, and they had, like, the New Moon logo all over the place, and Burger King as well.
Mm-hmm. When did the first one release?
Oh,
2008.
2008. Yes. Yeah, it was at that time.
I remember, like, seeing billboards for at least the first one.
Everyone was into it.
I mean, like, I live in LA, so there are billboards for everything. Like, sometimes I'm just, like, looking at, like, some of the streaming services I have, and I, like see, like, a movie poster, like, I remember that.
Yeah.
Just because I've seen, like, the in LA.
I, just been thinking a lot about reviews and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to, like, do stuff with that.
Like, you... with the VeggieTales or just in general?
Like, VeggieTales, yes, but more like Christian-themed reviews.
Mm-hmm. What have you been considering watching?
I don't know anything. Like,
on Hulu they have I Can Only Imagine, I Still Believe.
I was considering, like, going through, like, the Pure Fix catalog.
Do you have?
No. But it's like, I would get Pure Flix for just this thing.
I would be actually... I don't know how often I'd watch, but, like, the concept of you doing that after, like, all the movies you've seen and
I considered, like, starting a new channel for Christian movie reviews.
Why a separate channel?
I don't know. I just feel like having it be its own thing, other than because it'd probably be easier to find, like, Christian movie reviews than just, like, Lego JPL Studios. It's much easier to find. That way I can just focus on one content for that thing than just mix of My Little Pony, then Christian movie reviews, then,
I mean, it's interesting.
Whatever podcast.
I mean, I see what you're saying, kind of. I'm just kind of like, because I have my one channel and I've built a following from that, or at least a number of subscribers, that I don't want to start something else and have to start all over again. I would only do that once I've attained, like, enough that I know if I start a second one that some people will come over to it and let that have its own momentum.
I don't really mind starting over.
Okay.
Like,
that's your thing.
Honestly, there's nothing for me to start over from.
I kind of get that.
I got 388 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe only like 2 of them watch my videos.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really a big loss.
I kind of get that.
It gives me a chance to be, like, a different form of professional. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yesterday...
You would feel more free with it.
I feel like more freedom. Like, just to do it whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Versus, like, starting over on my new channel, unlike on my main channel now, would just be too much. Considering, like, the large history of the channel, all the different stuff on it that's not the most Christian thing out there, combined with Christian reviews, it's like, instead of just mixing that, I just, like, have its own thing.
What would you call the new channel? Like, are you gonna go creative with it, or just
No,
be
just like Christian movie reviews.
But like, there could be 100 channels with that name.
I looked it up.
You know?
There's not that many.
Oh, fine. Never mind. So would you move the VeggieTales to there or not?
Not immediately.
Okay. In the end, I'm not a YouTube growth consultant. I have my thoughts on how to do things, but also in the end, if someone has an idea and they want to stick with it, then there's nothing I can do about it. So you do what you feel like is right, Mister.
I will do what I think what I want to do whenever I think about doing it at any point. I don't know.
Did you finish Falcon? Winter Soldier? No.
I haven't focused on that at all.
You don't really care.
Not really.
You'll get to it when you want to.
Sure, I'll do that.
I feel like WandaVision was unique. Like in the end, it did feel Marvel-ish, but it was unique at the same time.
Yeah.
And I feel like Loki is gonna be. I feel like the concept. It's just like the concept itself is unique. I don't know necessarily the show itself how unique it will be, but Falcon and Winter Soldier is very Marvel.
Sure, yeah.
So it gets its thing done.
Mm.
It does what it needs to do.
But yeah, the Christian movie review stuff isn't something that I'm planning to doing in the next 5 months or so.
Oh, okay. So like sometime in the future.
It's like more of a future thing because I think I would want to do a bit more preparation and work with it.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious. Have you heard of a TV show I think it's called Last Man Standing?
I mean, I've heard of it.
Because wasn't that supposed to be like a show where the main character was a Christian? Or is?
Is that the Tim Allen thing?
Maybe.
I mean,
like that. I'm not saying I want to watch it. I'm just saying like it's interesting to me that like it was kind of like the only show, TV show that had like the main character as a Christian.
Sure, but then you have to question: how well do they portray his faith?
And that's a good point.
Because that's like the biggest issue when portraying Christian in mainstream media is that they don't portray it properly, or they portray him as a different Christian than an actual Christian, more like a Catholicism Christian than Baptist Christian.
Two things. I mean, like typically, if there are Christians in mainstream media, they are more supporting or background characters. So this is different as that.
And they're mainly Roman Catholics than actual Baptists.
And then,
or if they're Baptist, they're like way, way too southern.
I really wonder I wonder if PureFlix has any, but like, what would a Christian TV show be like? Like if PureFlix was to do one, that'd be interesting.
Little House on the Prairie.
But I bet you've heard of it, but The Chosen, have you ever watched that?
I've heard of it.
I've only seen the first 2 episodes, and I will admit it's not necessarily like my thing. It's like one of those things where I kind of feel forced to watch that I will go through in full one day. But it's just interesting, like seeing how much people love it.
It's on Peacock.
It's on Peacock?
It's on Peacock.
Really?
Yes. Let me take a look.
That's actually really cool because I thought they were just doing the whole like, oh, you have to, watch it through our website or our app thing. And I'm like, bro, you should at least get on some other platform. You know what I mean? Help a little discoverability. And the fact that it's on Peacock, that's something. I know Peacock's not like a top 3 right now, but
it's not a top 3 at all.
It has The Office, and some people have it for The Office.
Sure.
But I know some people don't have Like, I was talking to a
I
friend,
see.
she loves The Office, but she doesn't have Peacock because it's another streaming service. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yes, it
Is
is.
there? It's only one season though. Is there only one season of the show?
They started releasing the second, so maybe one day they'll like maybe when season 2 is done, then they'll get it there,
Okay.
and then that gives them like uh, dare I say incentive? But like if people are like, I want to watch more, and they really do the research, like, wait, there's more, and then they can get the app or whatever and watch it, and or they could wait if they want to, but not everyone wants to do that.
Sure. Plus,
So
like that show came out 2017. It's like 2021 right now.
so they're airing season 2 right now.
God, that's bad.
I mean, it's an independent project.
Yeah, it is, but it's waiting so long.
And
It's not the best like to keep something sustainable. Like it's good for like quality if it is good quality, but it's also just like a detriment to your thing.
right. I think like they are really heavily relying on their audience to keep it alive.
Yeah.
So, I don't mean that in a bad way, but like the fact that like they know how much of a stir the first season made, and I mean they were able to fund for the second season. I think they're either actively funding a third or fourth season. I cannot remember which.
Mm.
So if they're funding a fourth, they have enough money for a third. But like because there is kind of, I don't really want to say a cult following, but kind of, but they're all Christians mostly, I guess. That that whenever a new season drops, they'll be all over it. However, they are not on a schedule with releasing season 2.
Sure.
They basically are airing it when they want to, or I guess when an episode's done, which we've talked about. And there's like you like mentioned with like WandaVision, like the last episode that you wish they kind of finished. Um, so I think, especially for the type of product this is, I think it works for them.
Right. Yeah.
So it's crazy, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now, which I don't know how many reviews they have on there.
So
But
like TV shows aren't the most accurate on Rotten Tomatoes.
that's fair. But it also 9.7 on IMDb. That's really good.
Sure, but that's also again TV shows aren't really rated as much as movies are.
15,000 ratings, it seems like, on IMDb.
Well, we'll see how this is. We'll see.
I like again, like I said, I'm not really crazy about it. But
when I start my new Christian channel,
do it. Let's see how many people you can piss off.
No.
User reviews over 3,000. So
okay.
15,000 ratings, 3,000 user reviews on IMDb. That's pretty good. I'm just saying.
I wonder how many of them have actually seen anything else.
Have what?
I wonder how many of them have seen any other products.
I mean, like, just straight up, like, I have seen insane amounts of praise for this show.
Mm-hmm.
Even from the most critical people. So, oh my gosh, it's so funny. So I was just looking, so there are no 1-star reviews, but there are 4 2-star reviews. Mm-hmm. And one of the 2-star reviews is actually, let's say, a 10-star review. Because the title says, life-changing series, unbelievable. It starts off with saying, I'm really at a loss of words and adjectives to describe how much I love these series. This guy gave it 2 out of 10 stars. So that was somebody needs glasses.
Sure. Let's see. Yesterday was Sunday.
Yes, yesterday was Sunday.
And I went to church in person.
You did. That's like the first time in a month, huh? Oh, sorry, a year. Dang it.
Yeah,
a year.
Which was like great.
Yeah. How did it feel?
Oh, it was nice. Like
How was the sermon?
we were in the main building with the new auditorium.
Was that was your first time in it?
In like the new one, yes.
Yeah. Did you like it, or is it like I missed
So
the old
like
one?
I went in there and I was concerned because like they were doing the moody lighting when the band was singing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's dark in the auditorium and it's like just lighting on the band. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
But then I was like happy that they brought the lights back up for the main service.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, you can't just leave us in the dark like that. That's just terrible.
I don't really like the moody lighting because if you go to a church for the first time, you cannot see.
It's like, it's one you cannot see, plus two, it just isolates you from the people in the band, focusing on the band being more important than you.
Yeah.
There's no connection there, and you don't feel like joining as much.
Yeah. Also, they've been singing some of the songs over and over. It's funny how many songs are sung about sing a new song and how many songs are not new songs.
Right, yeah. I mean, I'm not a big worship music kind of guy, but yeah.
But I mean, like, even I feel like most people like why.
Mm. So yeah, what else is going on?
Not much. I mean, I've pretty much just been like laying around the past few days.
Mm.
So today is kind of like the first day, kind of back to work. I need to do some cleaning up. But yeah, no, things are going decently.
So how was graduation?
Fine. I'm not the. I hate to be like a Debbie Downer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't terrible. Um, sorry. Um, basically, like first off, I've said before, I was glad that we did graduation this way because it kind of felt more within my department. I know there's a main graduation thing. I honestly didn't watch it when it aired. I don't know if I can watch it, like go back and watch it. I would consider it, especially considering the fact that my parents wanted to see what Tim Tebow said.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, but um, but they have the thing when we all walk on the stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
That took a long time.
I'd bet.
Like maybe you can ask CJ for an estimate. I'm not great with estimates, but I'll just say conservatively 40 minutes.
Oh, that's not the worst. No, I thought you were gonna say something for like 2 hours or something.
Thank goodness it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it just kind of like for how long it was. I mean, again, it's my first graduation I've gone to. It's just like, oh my gosh, I was, kind of starting to lose it a bit. So,
Yeah.
and especially our department was like more like in the middle. And so when it got CJ's department was last. So when it got to the theater people, like
Mm-hmm.
I did recognize a couple of people, Steven, Dylan, CJ.
Yeah.
But then I was just like, I have no idea. And I was just like ready for it to be done. So it was fine. I am not the most formal person. I am not the most sentimental person. I am not the most emotional person. I'm not the most traditional person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I did it. Just to say I did it, you know what I mean? I'm glad I saw some of my people. But it's not the most exciting thing. I feel like some of these type of things, it means more to other people than it does for me.
Mm.
Like some people in 2020 were so upset that they couldn't graduate, and for me, I'm like, yeah, I should feel bad for you, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it, but I will say I'm glad Liberty was able to do something, and I'm glad that I was part of it. But at the same time, it wasn't like the funnest
You also
thing.
didn't really have this kind of graduation during high school, did you?
No, I didn't have graduation from high school.
Mm-hmm. And so, like,
Cool.
high school was definitely a much more personal experience because, like,
Oh,
oh,
really?
this is, yeah, because like this is you're thinking, oh, this is the last time we're gonna see each other. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is the biggest deal in our lives at this point,
Mm-hmm.
graduating. Even though for me, like, I wasn't really as excited because it's like, ah, I still gotta go to college. I'm not done yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also feel because so many people had their families here. So many people were like, you know, soon after a ceremony was done, they kind of just like went to their families.
Mm.
And I took my time to say hi and bye to some people, but there were a handful of people who already kind of like just left that I kind of wanted to say hi to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I wasn't happy about, and I bet with the high school thing, like there was more like, oh yeah, you guys might have been hanging out more. I don't know.
I mean, we definitely were like all scrounging around this tiny gym, going all
Yeah.
around saying goodbye to each other, taking pictures.
Yeah, I kind of wish mine ended more like that.
Mm.
So, like, you guys took your sweet time, and honestly, they actually had to kick us out at some point. So even if we did kind of like stick around
Sure.
one day,
Yeah.
they had another ceremony to do. So.
It's also one of the things where it's like you build these connections over the years, and it's like you're saying goodbye for the last time, pretty much.
Yeah,
Which,
there were a couple people. I was like, who said "see ya," and I'm like, really? Sorry, go on.
yeah, like for me, I wasn't able to like say goodbye to a lot of people, so I wrote a very lovely message on the message board for theater. So,
Mhm. I've like there's some professors I want to like send emails to saying goodbye. Um,
hmm
yeah.
oh, here's an interesting thing:
Mm.
Uber Eats.
Mm.
So somebody's been uh has an Uber Eats account with my email.
Sucky. Where
Well,
are
it's
you?
like I'm not getting any charge for it. It's like
Which is good.
But it's like they just use my email and I get all the receipts. And it's like the strangest thing because it's like, oh, okay, I get to see that you ate at McDonald's. That's nice.
Have you
Also, I get the last four digits of your credit card. That's nice.
have you considered changing the password?
No, it's like it's not that they hacked into my account. It's just like they just use the email.
I know, but what I'm saying is to play a mean prank on them is that you could, try to log in. Oh no, I forgot my password. Change the password, then they can't get their account back.
Oh, hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do that.
You could, and then they can find a different email.
Shh.
I mean, it's not that hard on their end.
Also that'd be kind of bad because like I would have access to their credit cards. I think.
They should have thought twice before using your
Sure.
email account.
Yeah. It's also like Uber thing is kind of dumb because you can't report this kind of thing.
That is dumb.
So click on forgot password. I forgot my password.
Oh, are you doing it?
I'm gonna let me try do it right now. Let's see how this works.
I'm excited to hear about this.
Ah, okay.
Is notifications to their phone,
Two-step verification. Yeah.
which is fine. Now they're worried that someone is trying to hack into their account. So at either
Mm-hmm.
rate, still freak them out, which still makes me happy.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But, like you could do that like once a week to freak them out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I mean that'd be funny.
Having trouble? Get help. Let's see what this does. I lost access to my phone number. Hold on, I left my phone in my car. Let's do that.
Oh my gosh. That's actually an option. That's hilarious.
Let's see, what does this do? Okay, this doesn't really... No, this doesn't help. Because now you're going to have to, like, enter your name and information here. Enter your phone number. You have permission to use all this stuff. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's try something else.
Did like the two-step verification like send a text message to the phone?
See, I lost access to my phone number and email. Okay. Oh, that's not going to help. I need to update the phone number on my account. Let's see what this does. Okay, well, first and last name, that's going to... Or is it? Let's see. Let's see what the emails... Let's check the receipt. Let's see what I can do. I know their address. I know the last 4 digits of their credit card.
For anything you do not change the credit card information.
I know their first name.
Okay.
This is the dumbest thing in the world.
Oh, it's funny.
It's probably gonna take me a bit of time. Let's see. They have an Eats Pass.
You don't want to... Look at that, John. You have an Eats Pass.
No, they don't. They just got like an ad through me. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is a very interesting thing that just happens. I don't really know what this is. So I got the email that says verify your Uber account email, which I'm not going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still able to use their thing, so that email is useless.
What if it gets to a point that they haven't verified their email, that it shuts their account down?
If that's how that works, then that's how that works. But yes, I only have their first name, their address, and the last 4 digits of their thing.
Where do they live? What state?
They live in New York.
New York. You can pay them a visit.
Honestly, I could write a letter to them and mail it to them. I really could. Not so much freak them out, but just like it's very possible that they're trying to get like piggyback on other people's success or something. I don't know.
We want 364 YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, I don't know what this whole situation is. Could be a scam. It could be hacking me. I don't know.
It could be.
Hold on, let me see. Have I sent any emails that are suspicious? Nope. Nothing at all. Okay.
Alright. Well.
Anyway, that's something.
That's been an hour.
Yeah, that's something I have to be working towards.
All right, yeah. I'm going to apply for some jobs, and you will do nothing?
I will do nothing.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right.
All right. We will... I don't know what next week is going to look like.
We'll return at some point. Maybe a hiatus, maybe not. Who knows? We could be dead. Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, we could record the next... I think the next time we meet is potentially when we might record next.
Tomorrow?
If it's tomorrow, you let me know. Time's running out on today.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.